So this is Kratos, and for anyone who doesn't know who Kratos is, he's a very kind man. Well, okay, he's really not. He's more the type to be like a giant squisher, a giant lizard killer. He also fights his own paralysis demons. He also fought 2 grown men cosplaying as Thor's sons. This is Atreus, Kratos' son. Just like his dad, isn't he? So to start this game off, we see Kratos with his new unalived wife's ashes, and he's going on an adventure with Atreus. And the two of them will be bringing the wife's ashes up to the top of the peak of the 9 realms. Kratos is just home and he hears a knock at the door. And it's one of the most feared things in the world, a door-to-door salesman. The door-to-door salesman becomes very persistent in trying to get Kratos to buy something. Seems like he won't take no for an answer. Kratos managed to make him leave, but I think he'll be back now at some point. And here comes Kratos, back from the fight, mumbling to himself like he's just been in the pub all night drinking. And then Kratos just stops at the door, like he's about to sing a shanty, forgot his keys, or he's about to get sick. When Kratos gets back into the house, then he gets the boy from the hidey hole he put him in. So Kratos and Atreus are just about to set out on their adventure. As soon as Kratos steps out of his house, we get the first trophy. We then get introduced to the 2 dwarfs that'll help us along the way, Sindri and Brock. So we're then on to our next trophy, which is Enchanted, which is just putting a gem into your armor. The next trophy is not for Kratos' dance moves, it's for putting a gem into your axe. We then get Kratos a new piece of armor, which gives us the trophy Dwarven Ingenuity. Try saying that 5 times fast. Times they chase it to the crazy witch lady. And after we meet the witch lady, she decides to help us by putting some weird tattoo on her neck. And then when she's about to put the tattoo on Atreus' neck, she decides to mammy him and clean his face. Also, if you are enjoying the video and you made it this far, please leave a like. She then gives a bit more help to Atreus and Kratos by lifting up her house. So as we're on the way out the door, Atreus decides to ask the witch if he could see her more, or will they see her more, and she decides to maybe threaten him, but I wouldn't say it was, because she gave us her compass to try and find her way. But I think Atreus and Kratos have met a brand new friend in the Witch of the Woods, and that gives us our next trophy, a new friend. So Kratos decided to walk into a big beam of light to get what they needed, and as he's heading towards the big cosmic disco ball in the sky, Atreus pulls him out. And as it turns out then, Atreus is an absolute badass. So after Kratos makes sure everyone can see the light, we get the trophy Feels Like Home. So Kratos has a conversation that turns ugly with a dark elf that thinks everyone should see the light. After Kratos tells him he won't be listening to him anymore, the dark elf starts saying words that should not be repeated in this video. So we got the mouthwash we needed to clear Odin's bad breath at the top of the mountain, and that's exactly what we did. So we do some cave splunking with Kratos and we find some lovely treasure. Also, it's funny how everything else in that chest is moldy, bar that one thing Kratos picks up. So after we make it out of the cave and done our cave splunking, we run into a giant lizard who we kill, and this has to be the coolest scene in the game. And after the coolest scene in the game, we get our trophy Dragon Slayer. So Kratos is having a dad of the year moment here, where he tells Atreus it's okay to break your leg, but it's not okay to slow your jaw. So then we meet the brain buffoon, also known as Mimir. We need Mimir to come with us, so we decide to cut off his head. So after getting some picking up the head, we decide to put him around our waist for safekeeping. So on the way to the Witch of the Woods, I decided to hit the refresh button on Atreus' wardrobe, and this gives me the trophy Best Dressed. So after convincing the Witch of the Woods to perform a real life reboot on Mimir, we brought him back to life. Modi then makes one of the smartest choices in the game by making a very tactical retreat away from Kratos as he is charging towards him. After Atreus is done with his angry fire and arrows and his face crunching, Atreus then starts getting a bad cough, which I reckon is just heartburn. Kratos comes over to check if he's alright. He tells him he is, and we move on. We then got the very foreboding trophy, Troubling Consequences. How very scary. Kratos manages to chisel out a new key for himself to open doors that could not be opened before. While Kratos is being attacked and held down, Atreus gets so mad that he goes flaming and passes out. So we bring Atreus to the only person that can help him, a doctor. I mean the Witch of the Woods. Kratos then takes a lovely relaxing boat ride all the way down the river with the ghosts of his past. So Kratos returned home and he goes straight to under the floorboards where he has his family heirlooms hidden. I have absolutely no idea how he got them past customs. Testing Kratos' all new weapons, we get to see how much damage they do. And we get the trophy Hello Old Friend. I then upgraded Rune Attack, which gave me the trophy The Best Moves. And this still has nothing to do with Kratos' dancing. Holy shit, this scene was brutal, and I can't tell who's more heartless in this, Kratos or the guy's heart he just ripped out. Kratos then gets confused and surprised from a visit from his outfitter. And then the head, that thinks he knows everything, gets surprised that Kratos is Zeus' son. We then made it back to the Witch of the Woods house, where she prepared a potion for the boy, and he was back up on his feet, ready to go before we knew it. And before Atreus and Atreus set back out on their journey, Kratos did fulfill his promise of not leaving Atreus behind. So Atreus then starts lighting up like he's a glow stick after touching a very magic rune rock. and does not pay attention to what's going on behind him. Atreus recreates everyone's favourite scene then from the film 300. We then had a run-in with the man with all the mommy problems himself, Balder. Then, as an absolute surprise to everyone, Balder and Kratos start fighting again. They then get an all-expenses-paid trip to Helheim. Atreus then stands there baffled as he finally gets to meet his grandfather. Kratos and Atreus then decide to abandon ship, leave their grandfather there. So as the ship floats away, I think both of them agree that they'll never go back to Helheim again to see the grandfather. I think we can all agree with the head as well when he says they're both correct, but in a loving way of course. And after all them shenanigans, we get the trophy past Hans. So then Kratos and Atreus have taken a break and they're deciding to ride around in a boat and explore the land and to learn the languages, and they end up getting the trophy trilingual. Sindri and Brock give you tasks to do throughout the game, and if you do them, you get the trophy like oil and water, which I ended up getting here. During one of the trials of Muspelheim, I got the trophy All Will Fall, which is killing 1000 enemies. I made the Blades of Chaos all shiny again, which gave me the trophy Why Fight It. I then completed all the trials of Muspelheim, which gave me the trophy Fire and Brimstone. So we go talk to the snake about the lunch he had a while ago, and to see if we can get Mimir's eye from it, because Mimir's eye is up the statue of Thor's ass. The snake tells us it still might be in his stomach, so we're going to have to go in after it. This will not be the first time Kratos has been in the stomach of something. So after getting into the snake, going down his stomach and finding Mimir's eye, we try to make our way back. And while making our way back, the big snake is attacked from the outside by Balder, looking for Kratos and Atreus. Imagine how painful that would be, spitting back up something that just went in your stomach. After being emergency rejected from the snake, we end up getting into another fight with Balder. Balder gets in a good few shots against Kratos, but nothing he can't handle. And then Kratos gets all tied up. And the reason Kratos is all tied up is because Balder brought his mammy to fight his battles. Atreus tries his best, but he can't help. Balder then does the unthinkable and fires a boulder at his mother. Atreus then shows absolutely massive cojones by standing in front of Balder and his father. But Balder does not care at all, and he just lets loose with one haymaker of a punch. The punch he lets loose actually sounds like a gunshot. After that gunshot of a punch, it looks like Atreus is trying to kick that nasty breathing habit he has. And once he gets his breath back, he tells us the blood on him is not his, and it turns to Balder and it's his. As Balder stands there looking at the piece of mistletoe in his hand, he wonders if he has to kiss it or not. Then we see the enchantment starts to disappear on Balder, and he starts to feel everything. And it seems like Balder gets very excited at this because he starts to smile and starts to celebrate a little bit. It then looks like there's an episode of Jerry Springer going on between Balder and his mother. But Kratos never really liked TV, or Jerry Springer for that matter, so he stops and intervenes. But Balder likes Jerry Springer too much to stop auditioning to go on a show, so he said he won't stop until he unalives his mother. But Kratos really doesn't like reality TV shows, so he tells Balder about a show he likes, a chiropractor show. I don't think Balder will like it too much. This gives us the trophy Twilight Beckons. We're then onto the new area that we spent so much time trying to get in, which is Jotunheim, and just looking at Kratos run up them steps makes me tired. We then get to see some pretty pictures of Kratos and Atreus on the wall, and some very ominous ones too. And then we finally get to finish the journey by scattering Faye's ashes all over Jotunheim. And it would be a very beautiful moment if it wasn't for all the dead bodies in the background. So what I'm sure felt like an eternity for Kratos and Atreus, they're finally returning home. They bonded and they got to know each other a tiny bit more. Atreus started the journey as a boy and he leaves it as a god, and Kratos just remains the same. And then this gives us the trophy Last Wish. So we come back to find the head on the floor. I guess you could say the two dwarves lost their head. Mimir on the floor seems very traumatized from what the two lads were doing. I don't even want to know. Then after rooting through some chests, we finally got to upgrade Kratos' grumpy meter to the max, which gives us the trophy Quick Tempered. I then made Kratos' axe a bit more frosty to give us the trophy Worthy. After looting everything in sight in a storeroom, we get the trophy Darkness and Fog. The chests may look the same, but these upgrade Kratos' health. It gives us the trophy Etham's Orchard. I then got the trophy Beneath the Surface. So after exploring the area and finding out everyone went to the big sleepover in the sky, which gives us the trophy Death Happened Here. So while Kratos and Atreus were exploring, we managed to find some fire-breathing flap-flaps. Didn't have to kill the medieval flamethrowers this time. And this gives us the trophy Dangerous Skies. After doing a bunch of favours for some see-through spookies, I got the trophy Unfinished Business. And after hunting down so many of Odin's sky ninjas, I got the trophy Allfather Blinded. After going from realm to realm and collecting so many things, and this grants the trophy Curator. The next trophy to get takes a bit of legwork and a bit of fighting. You have to go around to different realms and find the Valkyries to free them. Then, after freeing all the Valkyries we could, we're on to the Valkyrie Queen, who we also have to free. So I would say it was only a small few deaths I had while fighting the Valkyrie Queen, but that would be an absolutely massive lie. But then, the greatest thing happened. I beat the Valkyrie Queen, taking her helmet and freeing her, which made me the proud owner of the trophy, Chooser of the Slain. I thought Kratos deserved a wardrobe update, and doing that letting me add Path of the Zealot and the Primordial trophy for the collection. When Mir wasn't chatting waffle about all that goes on in Asgard, we open up a lot of doors that lead to more stories about what happened with Thor and all of Asgard, which made me the owner of the truth. Then Kratos and Atreus decided to get their Indiana Jones on and explore the Nine Realms looking for treasure, and it was mission accomplished as soon as I got the trophy, Treasure Hunter. And the last trophy then is Father and Son. And that's the platinum as well. So this will be the end of the video. I hope everybody enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.